people of God. Your girl is just getting out for the day. I slept all morning. I needed that rest. Check out this song by my girl Candace J. Candace J, I connected with her, last year before last, I think, through my Facebook business page. Puts out nothing but hits. Very creative and positive. Check out this song. It's called Self-Love. We all have to learn self-love at some point in our journeys, right? You got what you need. Look into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw a broken woman staring at me. She had no self-love. I had to learn to love her first. I finally found me. I finally found myself. I'm finally found. Guess what? Now I love me. Give me the self-love. I'll take the self-love. Give me the self-love. It's all that I need. Girl, love yourself first. Just love yourself first. Ain't gonna beg when you got what you need. Give me the self-love. I'll take the self-love. Give me the self-love. It's all that I need. Girl, love yourself first. Just love yourself first. Ain't gonna beg when you got what you need. No self-love. I'm gonna practice self-love again later on today. I practiced self-love this morning. I kept my rump. Oh, Daniel. Oh, baby. I kept my rump resting. I rested most of the day, and I am going to rest this evening. Yep. I'm gonna get me some more rest.
Listen, I want to give a shout out to all my women who are learning to love themselves.
Okay.
Don't be out there letting them treat you like you a yellow starburst.
A yellow
Cause you a
starburst.
pink boo.
Cause you a pink
Or the
one.
shine sis.
All right, Candace J, another hit. People of God, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful day. We've been getting a lot of rain here, which is a blessing. I didn't have to water my garden. And, it's 86 degrees, but it's been keeping the days kind of cool. I can kind of rock with that. All of that humidity ain't been in the atmosphere. And in this cloud, it looks like we're going to get more rain today. Yeah, we are going to get more rain. Listen, I want to say something. When I was speaking with the young lady, you know, some people are really going through some things that some of us may not have or may have experienced, and you can relate and you can't. So be careful when you leave certain comments, because you don't know. Make sure you're spirit led, because you don't know who is going through certain things or has gone through certain things. And a lot of people don't put the intimate details of their business, and I personally don't go into details with a lot of private things that people email me and people share, because it's not everybody's business, and everybody don't understand how to pray for folk. But I just want to say this right here, right? And I didn't start this video. I just said I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but I'm going to comment on it now. Monte, why are you breathing so hard, man? Dang. Just because someone, how can I say this? Just because someone donates sperm or gives birth, that does not necessarily make you a mother or a father. I believe, and this is my opinion, that is a action word, because children are born innocent. And from the time that they are conceived in the womb, whether it was planned or unplanned, I don't want to say accidental, I don't want to say anything was accidental, but whether it was planned, sometimes it's unplanned, right? But from the time they are conceived, they deserve protection. Man, why are you in my ear breathing so hard, yo? Well, you see somebody? Huh? But they deserve to be protected, you know. And as wicked and cruel as this world is, as wicked and cruel as this world is, you know, you got to nurture them, you know. So part of being a father, being a mother, you know, you got to protect your seed from the time they are conceived in the womb, because life is spiritual, you know. And I shared a video, and I'll put it in a link. I'll put it back in the link, the description. My mother sent me a video a while back. I shared it in my community section. I'll share it here. But you know, I want you guys to take a look at this pastor, her testimony about her daughter, and thank God for her testimony, because, you know, that set her daughter free. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, there's more to that, but children are born innocent, and it starts back from generation to generation to generation. Whatever happened wrong in a parent's generation, if they didn't break that, sometimes those things can be transferred over to their children. And there's some folk who are going through some serious heartbreaking things, you know. There's, if a parent does not prepare the child, you don't have to have all the money in the world, you know. Love is greater than money. You can nurture that child, you can build. You are supposed to, a parent is supposed to be the first one to build their child's confidence. A mother is supposed to teach her son how to identify a godly woman, a queen, a wife. You know, you're supposed to model that. It's hypocrisy when you hear folk, don't do as I do as I say do. That's hypocrisy, you know. Fathers are supposed to nurture their daughters and, you know, teach us women how to recognize a king, you know, how to respect a man, how to honor a man, how to recognize a man that is just, that we should run away and stay away from. You know, you're supposed to teach your daughters the mind of a man. You know, parents are supposed to be there when their children are accomplishing things, when they're participating in certain things. You should be their number one cheerleader. That's love, you know. If your child is accomplishing things and getting inducted into the school of honors, making good grades, and, you know, you have these ceremonies, who's there to support that child? You know, who's there to support that child? Who's there to, as a child grows and its personality develops, supposed to take the opportunity to learn that child's personality. When that child gets up and they're able to start working, you're supposed to teach that child how to set themselves up to be independent in the world. You know, to not have to go out here and do degrading things just to survive and have the basic necessities of life. You know, they're not slaves. They're not supposed to be working and giving you their whole check, you know, and you dictate keeping them in captive. No. As a child, you cripple your child, and they get, as you get older, right? Because children are supposed to look after their parents too, you know, and children are supposed to respect their parents. It's a two-way thing. But at the same time, I'm talking now about parents nurturing their children, because some conversations I've been having, it's a lot of young folk going through some things, and they're not receiving the proper love that they should be, love and support that they should be receiving. Just because you're not supposed to want to control your child. You can give advice, and when you allow them to be free and not be so judgmental, and you kind of guide them into the right way, give them the opportunity to make their own mistakes, and pray for them, you know, and then they will come to you freely, getting your opinions and discussing some things as they continue to elevate. And don't try to take from them, because if you cripple them in this cruel world, and then you're older, as you get older, and they're supposed to look after you, how are they going to be set up to look after you, Teach them about saving money. Support them. And if you see them working towards a dream, just because they don't take your advice or do things the way you want them to do it, don't sit back and send negative energy for your child. You know, don't sit back and say, oh, they're going to need me one day, or wait today. You know, children can feel that. All of that is a part of rejection. That's painful. And if something happened in your childhood and your mother or your father wasn't there, and you weren't able to receive the love and nurturing that you deserved, you know, because a lot of things happen, like I said, from generation to generation. And if you didn't receive that, then be different. You know, communicate. Ask your children their opinions. Talk to them. And when you know that you've made a mistake, especially if you know that you wasn't there, I can only imagine, you know. I don't have children of my own. And let me say this. Just because you never bore a child, there are people out here who never bore children of their own, but they are mothers and they are fathers. I've witnessed it with my own eyes, and I myself have stepped into that role several times for children and gotten them off the streets, or children that were not mine, you know. But I can only imagine if a parent was not there and a child grows up to be very successful, and that child establishes a great name for themselves, and then folk come to want to know who their father or mother, who their parents are. And if you have not been there, that can be kind of embarrassing. But there are some parents, rather than suck up, they put their pride to the side and admit what they're wrong and turn and apologize. They will go and try to destroy that their innocent child's name. They will go and blaspheme that child's name because they feel bad for not being there. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. They will go and do things like that. And that's a sad thing, because it brings nothing good back to you. Fix the problem. Heal what's broken. Have hard conversations. Have these hard conversations. Be willing to take accountability. Be willing to apologize. Be willing to change. And if you know you ain't really want to change, and you ain't really got no good intentions, then stay away from the conversation. Let your seed go in peace. You know, don't put dirt on their name. Don't wish them bad. Don't try and take from them. When folk go out there and earn their money, they shouldn't be giving grown folk who are trying to live, who are trying to make it out and get them an apartment and do things. They should not have to give their check to their parents. That's not how life is. How can you ever learn to stand on your own 2 feet if you got your mother or your father taken from you like that, trying to hold you down? I would never do that to my child. I would never say I wouldn't need anything. If this life can change in a minute. You can be up, you can be down, you can go through things. You know, that's why it's good to stay humble. That's why it's good when you up to help folk when you can help folk. You know, I tell you about the homeless couple that God has been placing in my spirit, the husband and wife. You know, that guy used to be a millionaire. He's very well known and can fix things, can do all kind of mechanic, or even sometimes if I run into issues and things are puzzling my head, I will go and find him and ask him, and he'll tell me exactly what to do. Very knowledgeable. You never know who folk is out here in these streets. That's why it's good to protect folk. And I'm diverting a little bit, but what I'm trying to say is, you could be up one minute and down the next. You never know. That guy was a millionaire. Used to take his wife out to nice dinners. Had a spa. You know, he talked about how he take her out $200 meals a night or more, and she's right there. But she a good wife though. She be right there by his side. He's in a wheelchair now. You know, so it's good to always stay humble. Don't be looking down on people, but also protect and nurture your children. You know, children need support now more than ever, and parents need support too. You know, it's supposed to be a two-way thing, but see, we have an adversary. His name is Satan. He everybody's enemy. He the only enemy we all got. Sometimes you don't think that though. He'll make you mad at the person for telling you the truth, because you don't really want to change and you don't want to hear it. He'll put all kind of things in your mind so you don't receive the truth. But we only have one adversary, is Satan. His goal is to divide and conquer. He makes people do crazy things for money. People will go and take out secret life insurance policies, waiting on somebody to die. Then what? What is it? What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose their soul, baby? The love of money. The Bible ain't say money is evil. Money ain't evil. We need it to survive. We need it to do certain things. Well, actually, we don't need money to survive. We need God to survive. We need money, currency, to purchase and pay certain things that we want, right? But money ain't evil. It's the love. You love money. When you begin to love money, oh baby, it'll make you do all kind of crazy things. You will hate people. Might not act like it, but you love the money that people can give you. You love the money that you can get off of people's neck. You love money more than you love people, money and things. And that can't do nothing for us and get us no way into the kingdom of heaven. But you have folk that will do all kind of crazy things. Have these secret life insurance policy. When folk die, you see them getting all kind of luxurious vehicles and all kind of stuff off of folk death. Oh, Lord have mercy. But Lord, I wanted to share that. That's my little 2 cents. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't agree, then you just, keep it. Keep moving. Keep on moving on down the street. Keep on getting on. But it's time for us to unify now more than ever. We need each other now more than ever. And don't be quick to be offended. There are some children who are suffering in silence. They are suffering in silence. And I believe there's some parents who may be suffering in silence too, But I'm just speaking on the children right now because I've been having some of those conversations lately. And there's some sad things that people are having to endure, Some very horrific things that people are having to endure. And then not only that, there are some folk who have gone through things in their childhood. They're adults, they're grown adults, but they've been traumatized in certain ways. And when they express it and tell about what they've gone through, some folk have been dealt with rape, some folk have dealt with abuse, and folk tell these things. Is nothing to make light of, It's nothing to make light of. If somebody can muster up the courage to share that, it's obviously something, especially in their adult life, it's obviously something that has hurt them. It's something that has traumatized them. And if they go and tell you and you make light of it and make a joke about it, what does that say about you? What does that say about your character? No, hold people accountable. And a lot of times people got, let me tell you something, for you generational curse breakers. You may never get the apology that you so desire. You may never get the truth about certain things, but a part of look at what Candace just said, it's on self-love, And then she said her, but it could be for men too, brothers. So y'all be going through stuff too. If anybody tell you a man ain't supposed to cry, baby, I live to tell you there's a lie and the truth ain't no way in them. Cry your tears, release that. Crying help clean the soul, Release what you got to release, and that don't make no man weak because he shed tears. And also, not only that, when you're getting out here getting to know a woman, a good woman, a real woman, when she see you get emotional like that, that's going to help her understand your emotions, your feelings. Because a lot of times, especially many women who never had their fathers there, you don't really understand certain emotions in the mind of a man, And I ain't saying every man that cry, ladies, you let your guard down, because that spirit of manipulation can be there too. But you get what I'm saying. It ain't nothing wrong for nobody to shed tears. That makes you, to me, that's a sign of strength when you're not afraid to shed tears. But what was I getting to say? Yeah, it left me. So I guess that's it. I guess whatever I was getting ready to say, it may not be that important, right? So anyway, people of God, y'all have a blessed day. That's just my little 2 cents. I got it off my chest. I love you. Have a blessed day. I think I'm gonna go home and after I run some errands and things, I'm gonna relax, go into my Sabbath and relax, put the rest of my work off. I'll get back to my work on Sunday. Call it thing. My biggest thing is beating myself up when I don't finish certain things on time. But I'm gonna practice self-love by relaxing, kicking my feet back, and I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't no more work for me today. I'll get back to work on Sunday. All right, y'all have a blessed day. I love you. Remember, we are the light of the world. We can't never let our lights grow dark. We got to keep shining bright. And we know that the blood of Jesus is the only blood that has some power. Be great. And know that your little country bumpkin sister loves you, baby. Enjoy your day, the rest of your day, in Jesus' name. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. And what I didn't get a chance to say is, don't let nobody make you feel bad. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about releasing or expressing your trauma. You just got to know who and when you can express it to, right? Sometimes part of healing, in my opinion, part of healing is being able to verbalize your experiences, your pain. Express that, and it sometimes really makes you feel better, and release. I've had several people say, thank you for listening to me. It made me feel, it just made me feel so good, just, having a listening ear and listening to your advice, so you may not be able to express it to the people where you grew up with or who are familiar with you, that you experienced that trauma in, but there are people outside of that you can, talk to. So people are going through things, and don't let nobody make you feel bad for if you're ready to discuss what it is that you are experiencing. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for that. Part of, for me, what I believe being a generational curse breaker, part of breaking free from bondage is being able to tell the truth. A lot of people want to hold on to secrets, and they force people to hold on to secrets, and when people are really in pain and they want to express those things, so you break free by telling the truth. All right, so that's all I wanted to share. Keep being great.